Oh, Bob, it's Richard. Hi. Rawson House, there's someone there with a rotted back door. Presumably it's got weight labour, so presumably it's at the mill or something. Is there any chance of chasing this type of job up? Because she's been broken into a number of times, you see.
Yeah, how can I help?
Yeah, you was going to send someone last week about the cockroaches and you haven't sent anybody.
Yeah, hang on a second, I'll ring them again for you, yeah? Oh, hello? Yeah, this cancelled, yeah? Yeah, ticket number 208, order for cockroach infestation. Yeah. Could you put it out and, order it to be done quickly for us, please?
And Rich will be in with us in a minute.
So I go around and introduce everyone. You know Lloyd French. Lloyd is the estate coordinator. Alan Dodds. Alan is the district comprehensive housing officer. Colin Kiddy, Department of Environment. Paul Spearman, Department of Environment. Joan Cross. Joan is in my team as a project officer. Purpose of the tour is that we're making a bid to the Department of Environment as per the committee report that was put up to Housing Services for estate action and urban renewal monies. And obviously the DOE officers want to come around and have a look around before they consider our application. We think that the tour will take something like about 2 hours.
Part of the problem with the block is that there are areas that contain asbestos that people don't know about. And in here is the main fuse boxes. And this is where the squatters break into to put their oversupply on. As you can see, this one's been sealed because there's damaged asbestos behind it. Burnout flat where there's asbestos removal in progress. The actual asbestos removal is taking place behind that tenanted and sealed off area. These are actually escape doors, fire doors for the tenants inside. And there have been cases where people have, somebody knowing the layout of the estate, have actually used those to break into the flat. There is an estate lighting programme in hand at the moment. Oh, it's me again. Do you mind me? So we're a bit late. It's all right? There's quite a few of us. Come on in then, gentlemen.
We've actually had the bottom members of the frames come away in total, and what happens then is the glass just hangs there, and if you try to shut the window, of course it just falls out.
As a matter of fact, in a couple of the tower blocks, the actual frame has fallen out. Can you show us another room?
Yeah, same problem. 3 bedroom, sitting room, dining room, same problem.
Anyway, Lloyd.
Long time ago, no working, nothing. My family sick, long time. Very, very damn.
Just came to have a look at the windows.
Okay.
সব উন্নত ভাগ করেও দিত তারা যখন যেত ফ্ল্যাট মুভ করতাম আমি
Can't change it on the flat.
Sorry?
Can't change it on the flat. I need on the
A transfer? A transfer?
Yeah.
I'll speak to somebody about it, yeah?
Yeah, but I've been on the floor, but I didn't work on the toilet. I've been 2 times on the.
My family is
Okay.
sick, very, very sick. My children.
Yeah, I know you told me Friday, but that's probably because of the damp and the condensation. But we're trying to do something about that, yeah? But I've spoken to your estate manager about the bathroom door and stuff like that, right? And I'll see if I can speak to somebody about a transfer for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Khuybu.
All right?
Alright.
Got to rush then, yeah?
Okay,
Otherwise I'll
thank
leave
you.
without me, please.
We're having a big deputation on the 27th
Yeah.
down the town hall.
Yeah.
Right. And we're going to see get as many people down there as possible. Right. I'll come and collect you if you want to come down. Right.
Yeah. It's certainly better than this thing here.
Well, let's put our point of view over to this new council.
Sure, yeah.
That things might happen,
Yeah.
miracles might happen. A new council
Yeah.
might
Sure.
have new sleeping rooms or something, you know.
Sure, yeah. Our new sweepers, believe me.
Aye.
New sweepers. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you straight, in the 3.5 years I've been here,
But I need your support at this deputation. I want you all down there. Because without your help, I might as well just pack up all of this and walk away. Because we need you, at the deputation above all, we need you down there. Let us go down there and scream at these councillors.
Sort of give to the kids. Yeah, but I mean, a park, all right, so you're going to get fed up with a park after a couple of days, isn't you?
The parents have got
Yeah, but not all parents are like that, are they?
You've got to push yourself.
Yeah, but it would be nice to have something actually on the estate for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, there used to be a club, there used to be swings.
You can't use this hall as such because environmental health says no way. That is why the last club have had to go out, right? But if you could get a committee, a group of you parents could come in here, form a committee for children and just as a subcommittee, right? And we'd try and get something done. We're all for that.
So you're going to tell them tomorrow at this meeting about what we've...
Yeah, depending on how the meeting goes. I mean, if it's, you know, a big hoo-ha, then obviously I won't say anything. But if they're agreeable to it all...
There's no reason why they should...
So just play that by ear for the minute to see what happens tomorrow night.
Now, we've called this meeting here tonight on behalf of you ladies, right? And we wish to know what you want to say to us, right? So, who's going to be the person to say something about it?
There is absolutely nothing going on for the children, nothing at all. And no one on this committee seems interested in doing anything for the committee, for the children. And from their attitude on Wednesday night, take your kids to the park, they're your responsibility, wasn't very nice.
I agree with the accusation that that type of wording is not applicable really here because it shouldn't say things like that. But we have to know what you, the ladies on the estate, need. And I've never had any dealings with organising children's youth clubs and things like that. I was hoping that I would get support from the tenants on the estate, and we have asked for this in the past, and no one's turned up to give us any
They
help.
haven't got the confidence, Joe, in the committee because there is absolutely nothing happening on this estate. Where there used to be a bingo of a Tuesday night for the old people when they used to get together and could come down and meet their mates and have a chat, and everything else is not even that.
Yeah,
for
but
the
do you know
young
why
people.
that bingo closed? You don't know who was running it, do you? For a start.
No, I don't know who was running it.
No, that's why it was closed, because we had undesirable people running it.
Who was the undesirable?
Doesn't matter, you don't have to know that, but this
Well,
is the
new
reason
tenants
why.
should know what's going on
should
because that's
know.
what's causing the trouble.
No,
Look, Ben, I'm allowed to voice my opinion, don't bang me down, please. And to have accusations saying that the committee are not doing anything.
That is wrong.
You get fed up with it all
That is
the time.
very wrong.
But at the same
It's
time,
getting
you
done.
see, saying all that, as you said all that, you get fed up. I get fed up. Believe me, I could pack up right now if the way I feel. not because of the lack of enthusiasm on the side of the committee, but because we can't get anything done from the council. Now, you were coming to other meetings before. You say you came in and all jam-packed and so on. Was there much done then?
Well, there was quite a lot done.
As far as I don't talk about the social side. I'm talking about as far as getting stuff out the council. Was much done?
Well,
I doubt it.
what about the lightings going up there?
Who's done that? Who's done that?
Jim Smith done that.
Yeah?
4 years ago.
Yeah, you reckon?
4 years ago.
What's that?
That's when it was
What's
put
that?
through.
The
That's when it
lighting?
was put through 4 years ago.
Partnership, dear.
4 years ago it was put through.
John, what are you walking out for? This
I am
happens every
resigning as
time.
of now. Where you going,
Why?
Joe?
No,
I'm resigning as of now.
No one's criticising you, we're just saying you the question between you and the tenants. It's
I'll
neither.
tell you
You can't even
something.
have a meeting.
Terrible, Tanya. Before you make an accusation.
I wasn't making an accusation.
No.
You said I was saying
It's the council that's going to win, not me. Or the tenants. The tenants are going to lose out on that, because once they hear that the fighter has left, then the council can walk over them like they have done in the past. And good luck to them, to the council for doing it. 9 months ago, I've been out every night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, looking at the lights. Got in contact with a bloke called Terry Doyle, and I was on his phone every morning. Why haven't we got lights? Why haven't we got lights? I pestered the life out of him. Eventually, we got the scheme started. And they're saying that I didn't have anything to do with the lights getting done. Ah, they can have it. They can have all the lights, the light now. I will not be dictated to by a bunch of women who just don't know what they're talking about.
And he got those lights done. He had murders with them, believe me. Look, whatever you say about Joe, we've all got our own opinions. But he had murders with them, believe me.
I didn't say Jim asked for it. I said Jim Smith started it. And Joe carried it on. It's only natural. Listen,
If he'd listened and
if he'd have listened and not
he would
started
have
a
known.
storm day and listened to what people are saying to him and not jump to
Exactly,
conclusions.
one people.
I would
said
say
to
this. I would also say this. That if I had on my plate what he takes on his plate, not that he should have, there are things he shouldn't be doing, which he does. He takes on more than he should do. But if I had on my plate what he has at the moment, then I'd be under the ground probably by now.
You know, I can't
So
see
you
what
see-
he's killing himself over. I mean, I live here, I've given up.
You see,
I mean, I know he's carrying on and everything else, but it's like after that attack he had, I said to him, Joe, take it easy. If things are getting too hard, your vice chairman or whatever, let them stand. No, even if I die, it's no good. It's good of him dying, and the estate is going to stay the same way it is.
I can do something else. Southern. The things I've got to do is just relax and take things easy now and look after my wife for a change.
Well, basically, why we're all here. Basically, why we're all here today is because we want to set up a youth club for the kids.
Yeah, but I can't decide anything like that.
No, this is why we're having a meeting.
The secretary's not here and the chairman's not here. So this is the
You've already
situation.
expressed your feelings. You take your kids over the park.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they
why?
made a terrible mess.
Listen, there's a lot of young mothers on this estate.
One parent families,
Well,
they're in a
that's what
flat
I
of
mean.
their own.
Young girls with children that's up in them flats, be it tall blocks or small blocks, under there 24 hours a day with their children. They should be able to come down once a week down to this club with their children with some sort of
very good idea. We can't, excuse me, before we go any further,
that's a bit
we
late.
cannot say because Joe
Why you
is
don't
not
want
here.
it? I mean, obviously you don't want it from the start, but I'm saying, like, we're
Because
just
they
putting
made
it
such
over
a-
our point.
Because I tell you why they made such a mess out there.
doesn't mean
We
you
had
have to
made such a mess. The youth. Right, but we're not talking about 13, 14, 15-year-olds. We're talking about young mothers with young kids.
Then the mothers were in here with the toddlers and the terrible mess they made on the floor with all the same.
There's not a man on this world could ask me to go back. On no account would I go back. They can do without a chairman, form another one if they like,
But they'll lose out for quite a while because no one wants that job, isn't there? That's how bitter I am with these people on here. They don't deserve a tenants association on here. No way.
I don't know. I don't know what's in the person's mind. I
Back, it
can't
was only a
speak.
year ago, my next door neighbour's child was sexually abused on this estate.
It happens all around, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What can you do? It happens all around.
Right, so you don't let your kids out?
No.
Well, it happens in the country, it happens
You've got to be able
everywhere.
to take
So
them
you've got to
somewhere
be
your
able
kids
to
are
take them
safe
somewhere.
with them. We don't want somewhere where we dump them off on someone else.
Would you still take your kids over the park?
Of course not, you wouldn't do that,
Right.
would you? Let's face
So
it.
what is this place for then?
I don't
To take the
look,
children?
There's a lot of work that's got to be done before the
Well, we
children
appreciate
come
that, and
in.
people
Because
are willing to do
especially
it.
that wiring up there.
Yeah,
it's
maybe
all
there
loose.
is.
No, I think we ought to close this meeting. It's getting a bit late and there's nothing much to discuss now, is there?
Well,
Well,
I think the
we
best thing to do,
we have a
Marion,
big hot meeting at the town hall the 27th, and after that, come over.
I'm hoping everybody here, and as
27th.
many people as you can get, will get over there.
Yeah, but
won't
you
take
don't only
everybody.
need about 25 people off the estate, you need the whole estate back.
Exactly.
You have to try and get them out.
Exactly,
And
I'd like
if-
to
if
see
the-
that.
And about the deputation for the 27th of June, which has now gone out the window as far as I'm concerned. They have to have now a new speaker. And they have to rearrange the whole deputation now. They don't know that yet, right? So they have to start afresh right from the beginning. The deputation's gone out the window. I miss it, yeah. No two ways about that. But it's the challenge of fighting to clean up an estate, which is in a right mess. I will miss that fight.
be in a mental hospital today. No way. I want to be fucking moved. So does she, Linda. All right. We put out, they lost their papers, her child's got a heart. Did you see John? Thinking. Linda, you know me. There's a fucking few in here know me. I'll have my say. I want my fucking money for flooding. My money for burn. She's going to be reassed because I'm going to squat. I'm not mental. I'm all for it. I can't handle stairs. 5 flights.
No, because she's not got nowhere. Nobody listens to her.
Let her have her say.
They should
That's really cool. What did she say? She's burnt out and flooded out. I've never been out like
Good on you.
Yeah, good on her.
We all do that.
Right, I'm going to first of all welcome you all to the Housing Services Committee meeting. Apologies for absence, if any. Right, item 7 is the deputation from New Kingshold Tenants and Residents Association. Is that right? We have Mr. J. Fay, who's the spokesperson, and the deputation is going to be introduced by Mr. Louis Goldberg.
Hello, good evening everybody. We did report, David Bell and my other colleague over there, Ali, we made a report out regarding the horrible conditions of Kingshold Estate. And I thought on that day I'd seen everything.
But you're not happy.
It wasn't very bloody nice what I saw. Some of these problems have been outstanding for 5 years. It's awful, and I appeal to you councillors tonight, get something done. Not tomorrow, the day after, now. Start now and get something bloody well done. Let's get concentrated on cleaning it up. I'm now going to introduce you to Mr. Joe Fay, who probably knows more about it than I do. Right, Joe?
I'm rather nervous. I'll tell you what, I will try and put your point, Kingshold's point, over as best I can. To this Hackney Council and the old Hackney Council, we demand immediately the decanting of the 2 tower blocks at Thornhill Point and Holston Point, due to the extreme situation that exists in these blocks. Gas leaks have been reported in the boiler house, Thornhill Point, one as recently as Friday the 15th of June 1990, and then the fire brigade was called out. We all fear muggings and visits from burglaries and in our borough when we leave our homes. But we have added stress of not knowing whether our homes will be ravaged by flood or fire on our return. And these are added stresses that tenants who have to live with asbestos, broken down services, rotten windows, bad lifts, and the total filth of cockroaches, rats and other vermin, including the squatters. Old people's bungalows. 3 people died in these hovels and were not spotted for considerable time. Is this a caring council and looking for and caring for the local people? Aye? Smashing, innit? There is no security. They are off the beaten track. The poor elderly tenants are so lonely, it's beyond comprehension. Burned out flats. All fire damaged flats are not secure. They are open to all the elements, and asbestos is disturbed by this. You are playing with people's lives here, and you do nothing. Children play them. Drugs are used in them. Squatters use them for smoking hash or whatever other name you wish to call it. Empty flats and squatting. Roofs and windows. The tenants demand
to hear the truth about this once and for all.
The Tenants Association Hall, the hall has been hired out. This is winding up now. This is winding up.
Because you've gone over.
I know I've gone over me 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
stifling
This
you, I
is
just
this
want to
here.
find out. Okay, that's fine.
These are only a few of the problems on the Kingshold estate. Now let's see you do. Let's see you do what you were elected to do, and that is to look after the tenants of Hackney. Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the learned speaker for very ably representing your case and the grievances of the people on Kingshold Estate. You have done very well. Would you accept that during last 10 or more than 10 years, the Tory government has taken away from the resources of this council?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I repeat, more than 200 million pounds, and it is not only Hackney, but many other inner London boroughs have suffered, particularly in the area of housing. And what we have to do is this council and all the tenants in this council must come together and fight the Tories and get rid of the Tories.
That ain't going to get us nowhere, Mr. Mayor.
We've got to fight the council here.
Okay, any other councillors? Councillor Shaw.
Yes, I think you know the councillors here are all behind you in that respect.
All of the new Labour councillors and most of those who've been on this committee before are utterly committed to changing that which we perceive to have come before us.
The fact that I'm not asking him questions isn't because I don't take it seriously, it's because he's given a very full introduction, and I hope that when we move on to discuss what we're going to do about it, you'll see that we're going to treat it very seriously indeed.
One of the things that you spoke about was about the decanting and the asbestos problem and the capital programme. And we have an officer well, two officers. One is from District 5 office who's been working recently on the tower box, Mr. Alan Collinson.
The LEB contacted us and explained to us that they carried out a couple of refurbishments on tower blocks in Liverpool and Lambeth. The funding of these schemes didn't come from the LEB themselves, they come from the usual channels of the Department of the Environment under the State Action Fund and Urban Programme Fund. The scheme cost is very, very high. It's £5 million per block, but it's good value for money when you actually consider the scope of work that needs to be done on those tower blocks. There's asbestos removal, new windows are needed, new roofs, cladding the blocks, because at the moment the heat loss through the blocks is very, very high. Refurbishment of the lifts, new kitchens and bathrooms, new petitions. It's going to take a minimum of 1 year per tower block to do these works, probably more. None of this work can go on without the tower block being decanted in total. We can't have any occupants in the tower block when this work is going on. I would just finally say, of course, the final decision does rest with the Department of the Environment to come up with this money.
The point is that we've got these 85 tenants in the two tower blocks, which need decanting very urgently.
The acting director will respond to what you're saying.
Can I begin by saying very clearly that council officers do recognise that these blocks have very severe and intractable problems which have created an unsatisfactory environment for tenants. We have a small local team of staff who are doing what they can to apply first aid to the problems of disrepair and the problems of heating breakdown and the problems of infestation, and we have reported some of the work that they've done. I recall in November when this was a major issue at this committee that lighting was one of the problems, and that's something we've tried to systematically tackle in the interim period. What I would like to propose is that we produce for this committee an interim report in July, which is actually only about 4 weeks away. By that time, we should be able to give a lot of detail about the decant situation and provide the committee with information about the number of people to be decanted.
I'm minded to suggest to this committee that the tenants are looking for action and they want action now. We've just heard what sounded to me rather another long drawn-out process of reports, etc., etc. Now, it strikes me, given there are approximately, I cannot give the precise figures, the borough doesn't even know, there are approximately 3,000 properties empty in this borough right now. Right now, there are 3,000 dwelling places owned by this council in this borough now. Can it not be possible for an emergency action here to decant every single person in the tower blocks into some of these empty properties we've got in the borough right now? Let's have some action today.
It's worth bearing in mind that of the quote-unquote empty properties you talk about, a third are actually squatted. Okay, so just so that we understand exactly what we're talking about. We're not talking about ideal bedroom properties around the place that people would love to move into. Okay, we're talking about homeless families rejecting the sort of properties we're able to offer time after time.
I'm going to sort of draw things now to a close. Now, on the table, we have a recommendation from Councillor Carlow, move that we formally decant the tenants in the 2 tower blocks immediately. Do I have a seconder for that motion?
No one's going to second it. Oh, come on, one of you say yeah, it ain't going to cost you nothing.
Chair, what I'd like to do is to move an alternative motion, which I hope will deal with the issue raised in this one and the issues raised by the Tenants Association. What I'd like to move is that we seek the exact details of what officers are saying they hope to be able to get in estate action and urban programme funding for the 2 high-rise blocks at our July meeting, which is in 4 weeks' time.
Another meeting.
Everybody now, where to and when. We want the details of where people are going to be decanted to. I don't want to simply agree tonight that everyone is going to be decanted to nowhere specifically, because we can be absolutely confident that if we simply agree that sort of bland rhetoric, we'll be making offers to people that they will turn down. Rightly so. What I want are to see the details of exactly what is being proposed so that we can make decisions as soon as possible that will, we hope, resolve the very important problems that have raised tonight.
We know what happened here last November. We came down, we gave you all the details that you wanted, and now you're coming back to us again and saying, we want more details. Get these tenants out of Hackney, of Kingsholm Estate, because we've had enough of your promises. You're full of promises and nothing. I don't need a fucking fucking heads examined. Nah, how you become a council beyond me? No, I will not shut up, not tonight, no way. Not within fucking hours. No.
You didn't look at Kingsholm and say, oh, that's a terrible estate, we won't put their rents up. You put them up as if they was like everybody else's, in good condition. Now, you are taking diabolical liberties with these people, and something's got to be done. And we can't keep having every meeting we come to, the officers are going to make another report for another £10,000 and another report. This is a false report. You're not being fair. Most of the tenants in it are not getting a fair service. These people are being positively discriminated against. If you were a private landlord, you're not being prison.
Well, I'm going now because you make me terrible here. Now,
Chair, it's been proposed that we seek details within 4 weeks on the potential for identifying capital resources for the low-rise blocks and detailed proposals for decanting the high-rise blocks.
make a decision in principle tonight that these blocks will be a very high priority for decanting? I mean, I think that in principle decision is obviously absurd, and I agree with my colleague Councillor Slater to make promises we can't keep about decanting people immediately. But I think that I think it is right that we should indicate our in principle understanding of what the tenants have suffered on this estate.
Yes. Okay. Right, we'll go straight to the vote on that first. Mr Goldberg, you won't be able to vote. That's carried. Right, Councillor Slater, seconded by Councillor Drummond then. I think now we've come to the end of the debate, but it will be up as an item for discussion on the 24th of July. Right, I'd like to thank on behalf of the committee for Mr Fay to come along this evening. I'd just like to point out that I did meet Mr Fay on the estate on last Wednesday, and I also was appalled, and I do have photographs of the bungalows which I was obtained, and I was appalled at the state and the live wires that were around. No, it's all right. I can understand your frustrations, and I...
Right, this is what I'm going to read out to them, Jean, tonight. 11th of 7th, 90, Mr J.T. Fay, ex-chair. Dear committee, due to the workload and ill health, I, Mr J.T. Fay, hereby resign as chairman of the King's Hold Tenants Association. And that's all I'm going to leave them with, and that's it. I've done my best for this estate. My best wasn't good enough. That's it. Another fiasco. I just want to do my final act. This is a letter of resignation.
Okay.
I'll leave the keys.
Yeah.
Right, thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Oh, the good-looking one is at it again. I've conceded. You are better looking than me. You are. I tell lies as well.
All the best, darling.
Doing the disco in the big part there, and in the little part, get a couple of pool tables or a table tennis thing or something like that. So if they didn't really want to dance, they could sort of go into the pool. That's right. Yeah, there was a pool table there, wasn't there?
This was also sent to the Environmental Health about a bathroom. Could you ask if anyone came to do it?
আপনার বাথরুম দেখতে কেউ আসছিল কাজ করাইতে বাথরুমের জন্য
No.
Nobody came. Yeah.